I don't know if you have felt this before, but maybe on your path in life, you feel as if there's two paths that you can really take. One is one of comfort, and one that you definitely know has a definite path to success to some degree. And then on the other hand is this other path that has some unknowns, but it has a lot of high pros if you do it and it goes well, and it has a lot of cons if you do it and things go bad. And so maybe whatever stage you're at in your life, these two roads always seem as an option that you can choose from. So in this video, I'm looking to just give you some of that perspective and to maybe even help you see the two sides. As I call them, you have comfort, which is the definite path to some degree of success, but it's in your comfort zone. And on the other hand, you have the path of courage, which has many unknowns and many bumps in it, but that you do not know what is behind that curtain of that path. And this being the position of courage, of you seeing the two positions between courage and you seeing the position of comfort. So let's see, which side will you choose? For happiness, because this life is just so short. And I know that if I live so much in the future and don't enjoy the present, that I'll lose what life is really all about. I'm here to live life, to go and take the leaps, and not be afraid, and to be ambitious and to go for those things that most won't. I'm not willing to settle just for anything or any job or anything of that sort. I'm willing to go take the risk to go and make my dreams happen. And sure, yeah, there's a really big loss, but there's also a huge gain if it goes on right. What is your goal in life? Like, why have you specifically chosen your path? My goal is to ensure, number one, that the ones that I care about the most are taken care of. And how do I do that? I do that by getting a stable job. I do that even before that by putting in the work to get that job. It's not easy, but it's all to this point so that I can have that stability that wasn't there sometimes. So let me ask you a question. Why are you wasting your life? Wasting my life? I don't really see it as wasting my life. I'm having the courage to take the leaps that most won't. The leaps that you're too afraid to go and take in the first place because you just want to be safe and secure and comfortable. And you'd rather die in that comfort than to live to what you and who you truly are. Why do you do that? I'd ask yourself. See, I'm not wasting my life. See, I'm here because I want to go and have stability. I want to go and provide for the ones that I care about. And to do that is to be in the most safest position that I can be in. To be in the most comfortable position so that those that are around me and that I care for don't have to worry about if food is coming on the table or not. That is my responsibility, is towards them. You lecture me about responsibilities. Responsibilities. Well, I'm still taking responsibility for taking care of the ones that I love. I'm still doing the same thing just as you are. I'm just pursuing it in a different method. And sure, yeah, it may not look perfect and everything right now, but when I do make it, trust me, it'll be something you never imagined. So if that's your definition of responsibility, I just want to ask, what's keeping you from taking the leap? What's keeping you from just being you? Why am I afraid to take the leap? Why are you so afraid to conform and to sacrifice for the ones that you love so they don't have to worry? Why am I so afraid to conform? Well, you know why. Because that's not being who I am. And just because you're conforming doesn't mean you're sacrificing for the right reasons. I'm sacrificing because I don't want to live a life of regret. That's what I'm sacrificing. And what I am sacrificing is, yes, the security, yes, the safety, yes, all of that. But not to not be me. I realize from this short conversation that we've had that it's better for me to focus on the future and to not get so caught up and tied up in keeping up with the Joneses, as they say. To really live in the present and to not be afraid to take those leaps, because taking those leaps are what make life special. And if you don't take those leaps too, I've kind of learned just from talking to you, in a way, not taking those leaps is like creating my own silent grave of my own dreams. And dreams and goals are also a big part into what brings life meaning. I think this conversation was really good. It's made me really realize that it is great to take the leaps, to live in the present, to do those things, and to live how you are. But don't subside the ones that you love. And that there are going to be some times where you do need to go make some sacrifices to take care of the ones that you love. And you must not be selfish all the time. That there is a time and a place for everything. And a right moment and when you have to do something. And I've also learned that I shouldn't always be so caught up in the present. It's great, but I should be thinking a little bit about the future as well. Because I don't want to be a burden on the ones that I love. And that's a tough thing. So I'd just like to say thank you.